All right, here in round two, we've got the choice. We'll play first. Pretty land-heavy hand, but I think I'm going to keep it because of the Wild Slash. Yeah, I don't feel like mulling this hand. It is a land-heavy hand, but we're running 16, which, you know, in theory should lessen our chance of drawing a land off the top each turn. I think the Wild Slash is what makes this hand keepable, because it's not like our deck doesn't have a good late game plan. You know, we got an excellent late game plan. If we can survive long enough, we can just drop threats forever. We can just non-stop drop threats, but we have to survive, so we'll see if this hand can manage that. All right. Shambling Goblin certainly didn't want to draw a land there, but we did. Opponent's curving out, which is really bad. Land draw there was horrendously bad for us. Really didn't want to keep the 5-lander, draw 2 lands to our opponent's 1-drop, 2-drop. That was like actually the last thing I wanted to happen. Too bad this isn't Festering Goblin. Then I could at least kill this familiar too. Hopefully it's just a morph. I'll kill it. Alright, I'll kill that. Alright, so next turn I at least get Stampeding Elk, which helps. We're still going to be a little bit away from the Formidable, but it's progress. Alright. It's not ideal, but just drop the Elk here and pass. Then next turn I guess I can I can dash this and do some big swings, but I'm not going to be able to dash plus pump this dude. Alright, so we're just getting tempoed out super hard now, which sucks, but I'll accept it. See if he attacks with the Scholar. I gotta be willing to trade, I think. I can't really afford to take these big beefy swings anymore. Alright, so we'll hook him up with tons of value, because like I said, I really cannot afford to take a bunch of damage right now that my opponent just tempoed me with another and got an evasive guy, so I'm in a pretty tough spot. Could play Whisper plus dash Warbrute, but I think it's actually better to just drop this and then drop Warbrute next turn. Hope my opponent doesn't have any more tempo play, even though I just killed a Youthful Scholar, which divinationed him. Yep, it's pretty awful. It's about as bad as it gets against our sprinting Warbrute. So, just really unhappy right now with how our deck's performing and stuff like that, but I'm going to try and keep my head in the game and not get so distracted by my anger. So let's just focus on the game at hand and see if we can't draw our way out of this and talk about some realistic options. So looking for like Kindled Fury is probably fine. We're up to 7 lands now, so I guess I can Whisper plus Hardcast Warbrute, but unfortunately Warbrute looks really terrible against Sidisi. Even if I play it post-combat, I'm going to have to attack with it the next turn, so need to find some way to take care of Sidisi, but nothing's really coming to mind. I think we're just going to do Whisper plus Frontier Mastodon. Still getting beat on from above, unfortunately, but I currently am unable to deal with that, so let's just get some threats out there and pass. I guess if I get the 5-drop double strike, I can at least attack into Sidisi. Granted, I have to trade, but it's something. So Kindled Fury might be the best draw off the top, just based on this board state. Let's see what our opponent found. Oh, the Torrent Elemental we passed. Beautiful. Beautiful. Land draw off the top. Gorgeous. Alright, so I guess we die once again. Yeah, so I could have dashed, showed him another card. He would have eaten our Stampeding Elk Herd. He would have probably taken 9 damage, and then same outcome, except he has more information about what's in our deck. So let's just take a death here unhappily. And oh man, I am really, really unhappy with my deck right now. So what's the plan? Gotta come up with a solution to win. What is... I love that we've got all of these bonkers rares too, and I just don't see it, yeah. Alright, let's not be negative. Not being negative, being positive, be positive, stay positive. Let's think about how to win this match. Okay. Maybe, I think I actually just want to always play this Conifer Strider, and I'll cut the Circle of Elders again. I don't think I need it. This deck doesn't need that card. Sidisi is just a big deal. I don't know what to say. I can't do anything about Sidisi. 6 toughness is just actually the magic number too. Guess I can steal it with Mob Rule, so that might be the best I've got. Naturalize for nothing that we saw really. I don't think there's anything else really. I think we're good. Let's just try this again. This looks good. Keep it. Wish Roast dealt with Sidisi. Alright. It's actually a pretty legit draw. So I guess next turn we can dash the War Brute, which is pretty good. I think we're just dashing. I'll let him trade a morph for my Beast Breaker if he wants. I'm not going to be able to use that Formidable for a while anyway. And I still have Formidable without it, so yeah, actually really don't mind that, since my opponent could have used that. That's actually kind of worrisome. If he was not willing, I guess he would have had to pay 4 to unmorph it, so maybe it does make sense. So I guess I'd like a mana off the top, only because then I can attack with my Glade Watcher too. Wish I could bounce the Scholar somehow. Alright, so I can dash plus attack with Watcher. He blocks, takes 3. Or I can play Stampeding Elk Herd and then sprint out Warbrute the next turn. That's probably better. Let's go for that play. What that lets me do is trample over the Youthful Scholar, so even if he gets value, it's not as good. Guess if he plays Sidisi, isn't Sidisi 6 mana, or is it? I don't remember. That's worrisome. So he's probably just going to exploit that, maybe to kill our Glade Watcher. Actually, I guess we'll find out. Case of Ice, yep, yet another bonkers sideboard card against us. And a Death Toucher, but guess I can at least kill the Death Toucher. I think we just hardcast a Brute here and then pass. Although I guess I can attack with Glade Watcher here. I don't really want to, though. If I draw another land, I can Sprinting Warbrute dash plus Roast plus Formidable. I think we're going to wait. I could have attacked with Glade Watcher there, but I don't know. I don't want him to draw 2 cards, I guess, yet. So it looks like Naturalize to take that out would be nice. Alright, just all the tempo plays, much to my chagrin. We just play the Warbrute. Maybe attack with Glade Watcher, hardcast the Warbrute, pass. If he double blocks, I'll just kill the Surveyor. I want to hard cast the Warbrute though, so I can do another one next turn. And yes, I could have roasted the Scholar, but trading a Surveyor for my Glade Watcher is fine right now because he's beating me from above, and I have more damage on the ground that I can deal anyway. So I don't mind the double block here. Alright, he's just single blocking to draw 2, which is also fine. I'm going to have to deal with that eventually anyway. Alright, that makes me feel awful about what's going to happen this turn. Just absolutely awful if he's attacking with everything. It's exactly what I didn't want him to do. Really wanted him to keep back the Hand of Silumgar. So now I speculating Sidisi, which is going to be really bad for us too, but I'm going to have to play right into it. Okay, reducing stature is still pretty bad for us. Dutiful attendant, also pretty bad. Alright. So, pretty tough spot now. Can roast plus Yeti. I can roast plus dash, but then I can't Yeti. Really don't know what the best play here is. We're in a extreme hurry here, and I just don't know how I dish out enough damage. We're just in the biggest hurry you could possibly imagine, though. Guess I'm going to roast this and Yeti. That's all I've got. I need to slow down his damage. I can't even block Chump with my Warbrute because I have to attack with it. Yeah. Really unhappy right now. Yep. Pretty horrifically bad for us. I've still got the elk, I guess. Yeah. So, not too much chance of winning this one. I can't really think of a lot of circumstances that I can do it, but certainly play it out for the off chance that there is something. Certainly not going to do it with a land, though. I can tell you that really easily, that we're certainly not going to win it with a land. So I guess we attack with Yeti and then play Warbrute post-combat so we can at least possibly maybe block up Butcher if he doesn't have any removal, but I'm in no position to stay back because I'm dying from flyers, so not really left with a ton of options here. All right, I'll see you around 3.